welcome to One Man's Collection. Today I'm looking at the magazine number 21 Australian Cars Collection. So this is the Datsun 1600. We have a 143 scale vehicle with this. I haven't not yet opened it, so we will do that on this video. I will put that aside though until we've gone through the magazine. Have a quick look. Also a sneak peek of 22, which is the LJ Tirana. Now I have had these for a few weeks. I'm a little late on this. If you're thinking they're slow at delivering, that's actually me, because I've already got the next ones on order. Be delivered in the next few days. So this is May of 2025. Still very well packed with these excuse me, plastic slips and a chunky piece of cardboard inside, which is great for hobby building if you're into that. Alright, I do remember these cars. 1968 version, Datsun 1600, Japanese road and motorsport legend. Now why is this in Australian Cars collection? Because this is a very common car in Australia. Very common, which I'm guessing they will talk about in here. So front inline 4, 1595cc, so rounded up to 1600. 70.5 kilowatt. Not a lot, 96 horsepower, 5600 RPM. Didn't weigh much though, did it? Let's have a look. Weight 915 kilograms. There you go. 45 litres of fuel, 160 top speed. We are talking 1968 though, and it was a small, cheap runabout. So going through the retro series write-ups and the likes they have in here. So we'll have a quick look. Rallying the troops. They did use this as a rally car, didn't they? I'm sure they did. Just Desert, the Datos, as it was known, Datsun. International rally record began in 1969. East Africa Safari, the third overall and top 6 in class. It won outright the following year. Very good. I'm not going to go through everything in detail though. If you want to have a look, you'll have to pause the video and have a look. Post-wars cars, 1965 to 1970. East beats West. By 1968, the local manufacturers were being forced to expand their range to compete with the Japanese cars. The Datsun 1600 showed the sun was definitely rising in the east. Yeah, they've done very well. Having a look at some of the compared cars, the Datsun 1600, Fiat 125, Holden HK 186 Auto, Ford Fairlane, Peugeot 404, Toyota Corona, Toyota Corolla, Holden Monaro GTS 350, Rover 3500, and the Jaguar XJ6. And looking at the prices there, wow. So the Datsun 1600 was $2,050, where you could get a Holden Monaro for twice that price. Okay. The Corolla, though, was only $1,698. Even the Corona from 1967 was cheaper. But there you can see, top 3 Japanese cars there are all the cheapest. I say top 3, the top 3 cheapest cars there were actually Japanese vehicles. Oh, I remember these Morrises. Most cars lacked the Datsun's highway performance and also its handling. Yeah, okay. The end of the 60s was actually a great time for high-performance sedans, relative to the time. New Datsun, the Go Machine. It probably brought on a lot of cult following, especially a few years later in the 70s. I remember, obviously the hand-me-downs or second-hand market going nuts with them and people turning them into sporty little cars. Performance, top gear, mile per hour per 1,000 RPM, 17.1. Engine RPM max is 5,600. Yeah, okay. Keep going through this. Chevrolet gave the US the first post-war sports car in 1953, but it took a decade to get the package fully up to speed. This is the one down here. 6 only and 2-speed automatics until 1955, when the V8 was added through Cadillac-like prices kept buyers away. 1956 through to 1962 models were better, but it was a radical 1963 split window model inaugurating the Stingray moniker that earned Corvette its place in Motoring Hall of Fame. Yeah, I'd agree with that. In 1968, when the Datsun 1600 went on sale in Australia at an unbelievably cheap price, 80 miles per hour, 129 kilometers an hour, in third gear was almost unheard of for a four-cylinder sedan. 1600 was also tough and handled well, thanks to part to the independent rear suspension, and quickly made it the car to have for club-level rallying and beyond. It was stylish and understated and vastly superior to its obvious successors, to the extent that Nissan tried to clone the 1600 with the unpoetic Stanza. Think of this, Japanese classic as a less expensive BMW 2002 with an extra pair of doors. Yeah, okay. It's one way of writing it up. Some old articles here. There's nothing especially new about the 1600. Nissan Australia, most successful car, but 3 years after its introduction, here it is, still selling like wildfire. We've been asked about it, so Peter Robson took off in a 71 model to research this special road test. Yeah, it actually just kept getting better and better, and just revamped. They're on a winner with that one. Hang on, we've missed a page there. Decent write-up. The Datsun Deluge. Well, look at this car here. Nissan has been one of the most consistent racetrack car provers in Japan. Machines like this help improve the breed. Yeah. The new Datsun, where's this write-up from? 1967 Wheels magazine. There's your Corona. The Crown, yeah. It says van. It's actually, I guess you would consider that a wagon. It's an independent rear suspension there. 2 extraordinary good sports from Datsun. Datsun, a Nissan motor company. What a shame they got rid of the whole Datsun name. I wonder why. Maybe someone can put a comment down below. Let's have a look at the model. It's still in its plastic. I'm actually going to get a blade and slice that out. I do open all of my car collectibles like this, and I do keep all of the containers as well for later storage and or transport. I only ever moved once since starting collections. Bought a new house, moved state. Good to have these to keep them. Let's have a quick look at this. Wow, look at that. That actually looks really good. South Australian number plate. Windscreen wipers that go on top of each other. So the right hand side one goes up first and the other one and back down again. Very good. Doors don't open. So a piece of cardboard, yeah. I will take this off so we can have a look underneath as well. It does have the Datsun name there on the back. Lights are well done. I like it. Yep. Low back seats inside, obviously. We've got a wheel with, can we get that light on there? Yeah, the silver horn button on the inside. By looking at it, we do have dash. Triangular screws, so I do already have a driver for that. So I will put this on the shelf. without the display. I'll actually just store that aside with the screws so I can put it back together later. Alright, having a closer look. Yeah, well done. I still don't know why it's Australian car collection. Okay, cars sold in Australia in massive number, maybe. Not a lot underneath. Awesome, 143 Datsun 1600. No where it's made. No who it's actually made by. But I don't mind that. It's going to sit on the shelf. Very well done. I'll put that on a turntable so you can have a closer look without my hands in the way. Thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all the rest. Have a great day. Cheers. Bye.